Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and hello. And welcome to opening day of the new Division 1. It is time for these terrifyingly good players to kick it off and show us what they got in the highest division of the classic Tetris League. My name is Ian Keith, I'll be your host tonight. I'm confused and terrified and ready to yell numbers and words at you and our players. What say we get this match started? Look at Alien. I know, look at Alien just getting down to this music. Jaeger plus the blocks. He just liked Ultimate too much. Anyways, no reason to delay. It is time to play. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And yes, those were manual counts done. And season number 17 is underway. The bot is not dieted, I just don't have mod. Yeah, we'll solve that problem whenever Moodus wakes up. The same Moodus who I restreamed for while very not sober the other night. It was very entertaining. First time CTL Super Restreamer indeed. And but it's not about me, it's about our players. Obviously nice and close early days here. Somalian just dealing with some delayed burns to get the well back open. Gets a Tetris there. Hydrant dude's gonna fire it back. We're nice and clean and get things going. Game number 1. Big matchups all the way across the board. This is Div 1. This is where the big kids come to play, and we all get to just stare in awe at the stuff they can pull off. Hydrant dude looking to set up maybe a little bit dirty here is up on row 3. Gets the bar for it, gets a score, 140,000 on 29 lines. 25 lines, 117 for Somalian. So we are nice and close going to the 30 line marker here. Somalian a few lines back, but that may just be stream delay as much as anything. Shut up, T-Storm. 166, 164. Yeah, we're only separated by a couple thousand points. Hydrant does have a bit of a hole in the left side of the stack, but is also Tetris ready. Gonna go ahead and take that score, lower things down. Move up to 190k. Not sure if that square is meant to go all the way to the right there, but just a couple skims here, and stack is gonna be settled nice and quick. It has allowed Somalian to build about a 1 Tetris lead here as we approach the, actually, about a Tetris and a half lead here as we approach the 50 line marker. Stop pointing out the fact that I'm old. Listen, someday I want to play like these kids when I grow up. But 216 for Hydrant dude, 256 for Somalian adds another score, go to 278. We're actually fairly near each other in the piece order as well. 60 line mark for each player. 264, 304. Somalian about 40k ahead. Almost 2 Tetrises. Three 2000s. 1990. Come on. I just trying to figure out how they want to get this well opened up efficiently as possible. 312 for Hydrant dude, 374 for Somalian, who now is 4 lines ahead, but still holding on to a safe lead. Called it old geezer by someone. Burb, you're like what? Like, you're not even remotely old. What's getting old for Somalian is dealing with this dirty stack. gonna take some cleaning, gonna allow Hydrant Dude to come right back into this match. That is a triple for Somalian in column 2. Still unable to get that hole uncovered. Now getting it whittled down, but again, Hydrant Dude now into the lead, 404 to 392 with the 90 line mark. Both players obviously playing incredibly efficiently. Yeah, Bert, you're freaking 22. You're not even, like, a little bit close to old. Hydrant, with an interesting stack, does get a nice tuck of an L. And manages to score a Tetris without having to take too many skims. 451 at a Tetris, go to 473 for Hydrant Dude. 438 for Somalian. At a Tetris, we are absolutely neck and neck. Lots of J-Tucks set up for Hydrant. Did not want to risk going for an S-spin in the skim and is going to have to instead take a handful of burns here. Going to slow Hydrant Dude down a little bit. Somalian not clean either, and we are starting to get close to that transition. 106 lines for Somalian, 464. Dirty Tetris up on row 4 for Hydrant Dude to go to 503. Ahead by a couple of lines. Both players also looking like they just want to get these stacks ready for transition, but will they get the right pieces? Hydrant Dude set up for another dirty at 509, but now bar dependent on the right as well. Gonna get the dirty Tetris to go to 532. Sees the bar coming and sets up a dependency to make good use of it. 555 for Hydrant Dude. Tetris for Somalian is going to go to 515. Trying to burn away these last couple of holes in the stack. Hydrant Dude's going to transition at 579. Set up a tuck with a very sharp little adjustment there. Off and running in the 19 speeds. Somalian is a line away. We'll transition at 524. Behind by about 3 scores as we get going on the 19 plus. Hydrant Dude making pieces fly left and right. As another Tetris is going to be at 653. Somalian at 528 is not clean. Has a lot of weight over a hole in column 7. A bunch of work to do. Hydrant Dude going to take a skim, take a Tetris, go to 679. Somalian back at 537. He's been stuck in a very lengthy dig. Now has the stack cleaned up and is going to have to put the foot on that pedal and hard. 706 for Hydrant Dude now into 21. Level 20 still for Somalian is at 541. Gonna get that score going to 21 at 568. This gap just continues to grow. Hydrant Dude taking advantage of the ability to just whip pieces around. Playing a little bit aggressive here, but just gonna settle for that triple. Somalian with a bit of a mess on the left side, but has the stack now low enough that it won't be dangerous. Ooh. I say that and then a couple of tricky pieces, but it's gonna get a good double there. Moving that L to the left. Again, trying to get this well open because Hydrant Dude has managed to hold on to a pretty hefty lead here. 802 for Hydrant Dude at 174 lines. 170 lines, 638 for Somalian. Hydrant now having to deal with a little bit of chaff on the stack, but a good, helpful couple pieces. Gonna solve it very quickly. 807, 668. Both players take scores. Hydrant now into 24 at 838. 698 for Somalian. About 140k leads. Managed to claw back a little bit of the way just from the little bit of cleaning that Hydrant Dude had to do. But there's still a long road back. $900,000 for Hydrant Dude here in 25. Somalian's going to go into 25 at 789. Back still a good 4 Tetrises. Hydrant Dude gets the well back open, which means that they weren't able to use that bar for a score. And gonna take some safe burns here, knowing that they're ahead by 100,000. But Somalian trying to come charging back into it. Now up to 825 and a 26. Hydrant is at 944. A score away from level 27. Hydrant, an extremely accomplished roller, still has kill screen likely available to play around with 980 and 27, but I don't think that's where that L piece was supposed to be. Hydrant's got the max out already here in 27. Now the stack a little bit uncomfortable and kill screen starting to approach. Somalian also dirty, just breaking the 900,000 mark here in 27, and this stack in a bit of a precarious spot. And Somalian knows that he's got to go aggressive. This is an incredibly aggressive stack. That bar's not going to make it all the way to the side, and that's going to be it. Somalian done at 9:04. Hydrant dude in the kill screen at A32. Gonna take game 1 of the new season. GG. There was a lot of adulting today. We have a game 2 to play in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I picked TGM back up for the first time the other day and laughed at how rusty I was. Used a 401k loan to replace the roof. I mean, I cashed out my 401k, well, a partial amount of it, by rolling it into an IRA in order to be able to move to Florida. So yeah, that's a feel. Dad! Somebody mute Dan Weller right now. I'm clearly very angry. What's not angry is a score update. We're dead-ass tied. Oh, pardon my French. We're freaking tied. Oh, pardon my French. We're tied. Oh, we were tied. Yeah, no. The truth about my actual name came out with CTWC. Also, Hydrant's stack looking a little bit spicy right now. Double very, very, very bar dependent. Alright, there's finally one of them. And then a second bar also needed, and now we're back to a normal looking stack. 96 to 96, yeah, it's pretty close. Pretty close. Early days here. A little, like, super vits there for Somalian. Bit of a hang of a J on the left for Hydrant, just kind of hanging out the top of the stack, but a handy bar is going to open up a bar dependency in column 3. A triple with the J there from Hydrant dude. Somalian dealing with a little bit of traffic as well. Both players finding good ways to clean this up as efficiently as possible. 129 for Hydrant on 35 lines. 37 lines, 148 for Somalian. Rolling through game 2 here. Hydrant on that 1-0 lead. Moves a moves a box to the side. Has to make an I dependency. Ooh. Thank goodness for rolling, making them pieces fly to the sides. Listening to me commentate Div 1 makes me feel like I also got a promo? It makes you feel like I also got a promo. Like, what kind? What kind of promo? I'm confused now. That's the fact that I think this is the first time I've commentated Div 1. Well, thank you. But like I keep saying, it's not about me, it's about the players. Little score check here, 248 for Hydrant on 61 lines. Not where that Z-piece was supposed to go, but again, Hydrant dude capable of making pieces basically teleport across the screen and solves it quickly up to 274 at another score. Actually, all the way up to 297. 267 for Somalian, but 10 lines back. So a little extra runway to work with. Having to create a hole in the left side of the stack, though. And both players in a bit of a dig. Hydrant dude gonna open up a bar dependency that's sitting in the center of the stack. Somalian just trying to reopen the well. Hydrant dude will get cleaned up first. Ready to score as soon as the game decides it wishes to bestow upon us another bar. Having to take some safety burns, too. It's a bit of a meaty drought, but there's the score finally. 329 for Hydrant, 310 for Somalian, who has caught up a little bit in lines. We are basically dead even in pace. Oh, late decision there from Hydrant dude on the Z piece, and it didn't quite get all the way over. Gonna have to take a couple extra skims here to try and clean the stack back up. And trying to not go too aggressive with it. Oh. Taking some rooftop burns now. Gonna get a score there. Hydrant Dude's up to 410. 403 for Somalian, who's a handful of lines back now and has taken a pace lead. And now the real-time lead as well. 412, 425. 7 lines back is Somalian. Adds another score to go to 448. That getting a little uncomfortable for Somalian now. Actually, way up high and in a pretty serious little dig here. Gets that bar dependency in the center of the stack open, but has to cover it back up again. Beast and Shen. Party of 18, welcome on in. You're here in time for game 2. Between Hydrant Dude and Somalian. Hydrant Dude took game 1 to the house and took the win with the max outs. A close one so far here in game number 2. Transition at 484 for Hydrant Dude, who hits a vital T-spin just to keep the stack in any sort of good condition. Transitioning a little bit high up here, but again, able to make these pieces fly. Very uncomfortable Z-piece, though. And create some holes in the stack. Tetris for Hydrant Dude into level 20 at 518. 515 for Somalian. About a couple of lines away from the transition to level 20. And, ooh, Hydrant Dude's stack, I look over and it is peppered with holes. Got a little bit of work to do to try, a lot of work to do to try and clean this up. It'll be Somalian's turn to try and build a lead up here through the 19 speeds, as Hydrant just works on trying to survive this. That Tetris is pretty cool, I guess. Hydrant Dude working this down is at 534. Somalian's at 575, about 7 lines back. Clean stack, pace lead, just waiting on the bar. Finally gets it, trying to take advantage of this lengthy dig from Hydrant Dude, who is whittling it down bit by bit. A stellar job just surviving that mess up top. But now Hydrant Dude, the one who needs to start considering putting the foot to the pedal a little bit more, and gonna do it with a dirty Tetris there. Go to 572, 633 for Somalian, who's got a hole in the stack, but his Tetris ready outside of that. Gonna get the score, gonna lower things down here. 665 for Somalian, 576 for Hydrant Dude. About an 80,000 point difference. It's about 2.5 Tetrises right now, though. Hydrant Dude also a handful of lines ahead. And clean up, taking the scores now up to 637 for Hydrant Dude, 669 for Somalian. Good scheme to keep the board in great condition. There's a bar, there's Tetris up to 700,000 into 24. Hydrant Dude 668 now at level 25. And having to do more cleanup work. The longer this takes, the more likely it is that Hydrant Dude is going to have to try and rely on 29 plus to try and chase down anything that Somalian might set. Somalian just now into level 25 at 762. 678 for Hydrant Dude. Still about 80,000 points back. And ahead by now about a level's worth of lines. The high up digging in the earlier transition really leaving Hydrant Dude a little bit more out in front when it comes to the line counts. Finally get a Tetris into level 27 at 727 does Hydrant Dude. Somalian is at 867. That lead has ballooned to 140,000 points with the clock ticking towards the thrill screen coming up faster and faster. 28 now for Hydrant at 740. Somalian a few lines away from 28 is at 904, ahead by 160,000, but a super dirty Tetris, 8 rows up for Hydrant Dude, knowing that he's gotta go just absolutely wild into kill screen at 813, now at 849, trying to get everything over that he can. 912 for Somalian, trying to squeeze in at least one more Tetris. At left side now cut off for Somalian. Gonna get one Tetris. Gonna go to 949. Gonna squeeze out one more in his kill screen at 985. And that's gonna be it at 985, 260. 985, 260. The top out score. 986 the target for Hydrant, who is rolling away at the kill screen. 986 the target. A little under 100,000 to chase. a good triple to go to 915. Hydrant just finding ways to get any and every point available here. Ooh, that J doesn't make it all the way. The left side now could be a little bit dangerous. A lot of bit dangerous. Bar's not coming. 926. Hydrant is done, and we have a tied up set 1-1. GG. I would say that game 3 is pivotal because it's going to determine which direction this set pivots in. And the momentum in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, no mod yet. We'll get there when we get there. I am the bot. Ooh, perfect clear for Somalian. Hype. That's gotta be worth at least some type of point. I appreciate it. Ooh. Hydrant dude does not appreciate that bit of an S-hang there, creating a hole in the stack. Gonna be a dirty start. Be a really dirty start with a dirty row 8 Tetris for Hydrant dude. Absolutely disgusting. And now just to burn things down. Game Scout playlist. Maybe, I don't know. I use Pretzel Rocks for my music. Because no DMCA. $102 for Hydrant, 99,000 for Somalian. Add a Tetris to even out the line counts at 122. About a 1 Tetris lead for Somalian here. 30 line marker. Game number 3. Right, Pumpy? Yeah, we tried that. We tried that. It's Game Scout's outro music. Interesting. The song's called Last Summer by Warp Tech. Pumpy isn't even fun. Well, that's why it's a backslash instead of a forward slash. Hydrant dude ahead by a few lines is at 171,000. Wow! Okay, about 48 bars all off to the left-hand side there. 171 at 42 for Hydrant. 42, 191 for Somalian. So again, about that 20k lead, holding strong here. Imagine running a Tetris event and not having Pumpy Heart. I know. Imagine not having Pumpy Heart as one of your mods. Like, goodness. Hydrant dude trying to decide on a way to take care of a hole in the stack and eventually has to sacrifice a few more burns to do it. Eventually gonna get it there. 227, add a Tetris to go to 251 for Hydrant. 262 for Somalian, who's a bunch of lines back. So again, a pace lead. Nice T-spin for Hydrant, though, in order to keep the stack good and clean. Neat usage of the L pieces for a double tuck type setup for Somalian. Yeah, Kingston, when you're hosting an RL event. Both players nice and clean. 297, 332. Somalian holding on to the lead and in several lines back. Oh no! That is a disastrous couple of hangs there. Hydrant surviving this, but oh boy. That might be extremely difficult to get out of. Hydrant dude still fighting. Still fighting. Oh, bit of a heart attack here, but Hydrant dude is somehow managing to survive that. Oh, lordy. Needs another bar ASAP, is gonna get it. One more would clean this up really quick, or take a super dirty Tetris up on row number 9. 338 for Hydrant Dude, 429 for Somalian, who has taken advantage of that incredibly harrowing situation from Hydrant Dude in order to build a lead, but goodness gracious, that survival was uncalled for. It's extremely called for because it keeps the game going. 386 for Hydrant Dude at 110 lines. 101 lines for Somalian. 476 simul Tetris there. First set of the season and we're already terrifying people and causing minor heart attacks. Let's go. Hydrant Dude, of course, is now also about 1 million lines out in front. 17 at the moment. And is going to transition with their next double or higher. Gonna take a Tetris here to transition at 5:02. Somalian's at 5:47 with 10 lines left to go. So, time to see what Hydrant can pull out here to try and break the tie in their favor. Somalian not looking to transition too clean right here. That's going to be a split triple and then a double to transition at 579 with cleanup to do. Hydrant Dude's going to take a score, go to level 21 at 561. The real-time lead down to about 20k. Oh, that T didn't make it all the way over for Hydrant Dude. Gonna need a bar, gonna need it fast. Yeah, takes it to the left instead. Because Hydrant Dude is capable of doing that. Both these players absurdly fast in their own right. Somalian just an incredible tapper. Hydrant Dude, a roller, and one hell of a roller at that. 624, 593, the real-time score. Somalian taking a row 2 Tetris there to go to 618. But the real-time lead belongs to Hydrant Dude, but Hydrant Dude also almost 20 lines out in front. 681 right now to 620. Somalian back about 1 million lines. A great place for that square for Hydrant Dude, but a nice little rooftop-styled burn there. But a series of kind of awkward pieces. Bar just kind of barely getting into slot. 687, 658. Somalian back by 30,000 points and 17 lines. Gonna take a row 2 Tetris as well. Go to 687. Hydrant Dude's got things cleaned up and figured out. Up to 747. If Kingsman was non-binary, he would be Monarch's person. Very good. Very good. Had me in the first half, not gonna lie. 811 for Hydrant Dude, 745 for Somalian. Still back by a heap of a lot of lines, so a massive amount of runway for Somalian to work with. Hydrant's trying to stay as efficient as possible, knowing that line difference is going to be really significant, especially coming up soon, as Hydrant is now into level 26 at 877. At a score, go to 912. 841 for Somalian into the 25. Now the score for Hydrant Dude up to 979 here in 27. Really playing incredibly efficiently post-transition. That square not getting anywhere Somalian wanted it to. Didn't have a great place for it regardless, but that's going to have to do. Gonna have to take a couple extra skims here. 227 lines for Hydrant Dude at A48. Into kill screen at A84. Off and running on the 29 speeds. Somalian still on level 27. Hydrant Dude going really greedy. Trying to get one more bar. Trying to get one more Tetris. Is not going to show up. A86. The top out score, A86060. We need an A87 out of Somalian to take a 2-1 lead. Got 3 Tetrises available. Here's one. There's another to go to A82. Needs about 4,000 points, really. Double bar dependent. Gonna take a triple into throw screen at A91, and that'll be enough to take a 2-1 lead. GG. We have a game 4 on our hands. Somalian has a 2-1 lead, looking to try and finish things off with 6 points to start the season. Hydrant dude wanting to bring us to a decider. The heat is on. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. We're off and running in game number 4. Somalian on a 2-1 lead. We're going to try and ride that advantage. Do some very important points in Div 1. There is prize money available at the top. But in order to get there, we've got a full season to play. We'll talk a little bit more about the match arena later as well. Yeah, that's why I haven't gone to hang out with Somalian yet, because they'll beat me up because I'm a nerd. Look at them guns. $192 for Hydrant dude, $168 for Somalian, who again is 5 lines back, and not really sure how it happened, but thanks, Somalian, who is not it exactly. That's why I'll get beat up. 215.080 for Hydrant, a single behind Somalian, who is at 215.840 and 1 line ahead. So, oh, there we go. Now we're tied. Yay, ties. Hydrant dude, though, way up top, taking some crafty burns just to try and keep this stack safe. And, oh no, those S pieces are absolutely brutal. We're going to have to see some more incredible survival from Hydrant dude here. Flinging pieces to the sides. Somalian stack also incredibly dirty. And that's going to be it for Somalian at 222. Hydrant dude is surviving at 229, but it's enough to take us to a decider. What just happened? We got our readies in the chat, though. We got a game 5 to play. Coming in. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. The tempo on the song is too fast for me to type it in time with the tempo, and I'm upset. Lengthy series of tucks and setups for Hydrant to get a level, or a column 9 Tetris with a perfect well transfer into a Vitz for another Tetris. Pulling out the style points to start out game number 5. Somalian just trying to get this stack under control and does so with that double there. Is finally going to get the first Tetris on the board. Hydrant's got a few of them. 69,000, hey now, to 32,000. To start off game number 5. Hydrant Dude continuing to stay quite efficient so far. $188 to $150. Got a Tetris and a half lead here for Hydrant Dude, though, having to take a double there. Are we adding a 5th match? Then one of my slides is going to be in... Yeah, Kingsman, we got that. Xenophilius helped me out earlier. Yeah. Yeah, that's been handled. Thank you, though. Rematch. I enlisted a little bit of help. Speaking of help, these players could get help with a score check. 284 for Hydrant Dude. Added Tetris go to 307. 267 for Somalian, so continuing to hold about a 40,000 point advantage. We break past the halfway point here in game number 5. Oh. Wait, how'd that get unmuted? What the hell? Sorry. I was getting some things set up in the background and goofed up. Also, Kingsman just, like, going for the throat in the chat. Yikes. I mean, Team Same Voice is continuing to do Thursdays, just it's a different member of Team Same Voice. That said, 492 for Hydrant Dude at 100 lines, 99 lines, 432 for Somalian, so the lead may have increased a smidge bit. Somalian just trying to keep it close. Oh, that's not where that Z-piece was meant to go for Hydrant Dude. And try and reduce the damage a little bit here. This is going to allow Somalian the chance to make up some of this deficit, though. As Hydrant Dude continuing to burn, and the transition now starting to loom in the distance. 11 lines away for Hydrant Dude, 18 lines away for Somalian. Hydrant Dude set up for another very dirty Tetris when the bar comes, and it does for a row 5 dirty Tetris. 574 for Hydrant Dude now. 5 lines away from transition. 8 lines away from Somalian at 548. Somalian has managed to whittle away at this lead a little bit, as Hydrant Dude is going to triple into transition at 583 and off and running the 19 speeds here in the decider. Tetris for Somalian has one more available, is at 571, trying to go into the transition with a lead. But having to take some doubles here. Waiting for a bar that's taking its time showing up, and Somalian has to single into transition at 576. Does get that column 8 Tetris, finally. 660 for Hydrant, though, who's been able to really get the scoring going here post-transition. 661 for Hydrant, dude. 629 for Somalian, about 4 lines back. These players playing it nice and tight through the early parts of the post-play. Got my words for a second there. Oh, Hydrant, dude, having to create a couple holes in the left side of the stack and waiting on a bar that takes way too long to show up. It finally does for a Tetris, but this stack is utterly compromised. This is going to be a serious dig way up high for Hydrant, dude. 722 right now. And not much else Hydrant can do. 724, 180, gonna do it. 724, 180. Need to get to 725. Tetris go to 717. Somalian needs about 7,000, 8,000 more points here. And that triple will do it. Somalian will take game number 5. To take the game and the match, GG.